What is the most important thing to you in this upcoming year in 2024? It's almost over. Welcome to New Year's Eve, you guys. And we are standing right at the threshold of a brand new get down. But are you the most important thing in your life? Are you unstoppable? Do you have the capability to set some goals? And I'm not talking about New Year's resolutions. I'm talking about something that you can set that has nothing to do with a calendar that is hanging on the wall. What matters most to you? Are you the most important thing in your life? Have you made yourself a priority? Or have you let other people make you their side choice, their side pick, their second round, their side piece, as I heard it called? Are you the most important thing in your life? Well, I think that's a good topic that we should talk about. So come on, cousins, and let's pod about it.
In a world fraught with confusion, one man will break his silence.
Welcome to the funkiest show this side of the Pecos, baby. Yeah, you're now tuned in to Word to the Wise with the exclamation point. Who, me? I'm just your friendly neighborhood liaison and your tour guide for this journey that we call life. Man, we are here on the threshold of another beautiful year. How was your 2024? Was it good or was it not so good? Hey, sometimes you just got to do your best. And I'm going to tell you who did the best with me. And that's my mother and father. Before we get started, we always got to give it up for Pops and Fat Mama. Yeah, give up a round of applause for the people who brought me into this world. What does the world seem like to you right now? Do it seem like we are standing on something that's kind of ominous? Yes, I feel like we're on the cusp of a becoming. It's like a new world, but anything new, it is scary because the unknown, the great unknown is something that is very, very scary. Come on, cousins, help me out, somebody. Yes, when you're standing on the threshold of something that is different, something that you have never tested before, what will you do? We have seen some changes in the world, especially what's going on in the political arena. I'm talking about the things that Elon Musk has been doing. He is now saying that he would like to incorporate a visa and bring people from overseas for him and his tech bros, the big tech boys, to bring in work from overseas and just outsource American jobs. That is not what people voted for. What happened to the wall? What happened to we got to build immigration and they're talking about rounding up people? There are still buzzes out there. I've heard tell that there may even be concentration camps, but that's not Elon Musk's agenda, nor is it Vivek Ramaswamy. They said we want to get visa card for those who can come over who are skilled workers. What about Americans? Don't we have skilled workers here? Yeah, do we not have people in America that can do those same tech jobs? Because see, with a visa, most companies, if they're honorable, they will pay them the same money that they would pay Americans. But do you know how a visa works? The country, America, the nation, they will sponsor you. They will say, we want you to come over here, and they will pay the money for your visa. So they'll get that for free. But when they get here, they are going to have to keep that job that you brought them over here to do, or they can be booted right back out. I think that Americans can do that job, but they're not going to do it the way Elon Musk wants it done, because he said that Americans are lazy. And this is from a South African billionaire who has made his money by buying other companies that he did not create himself. He didn't create Tesla, he bought it. He didn't create X, he bought it. He bought it, so he's trying to buy human beings now. What happens if you come over here on a visa in this brand new year in 2025? I'll tell you what's going to happen, cousins. Listen, I'll tell you exactly what will happen. They will work you. You're not going to find Americans that's going to work 100 hours. No bathroom breaks. And you better not get sick. You better show up to work every single day. What about your vacation days? How does he feel about you using those? Will you be discouraged from using those vacation days? That is indentured servitude. That's why he don't want to give it to Americans. That's why he doesn't want to give it to people who are trying to make a living here in America. We have a tendency to go to HR with certain issues. Yes, we do. We also have a tendency to study up on what is my rights. What is my rights? Am I entitled to a bathroom break? See, corporations, they want to make millions and billions in profit and then give you what, cousins? What they want to give you? A pizza party. Yeah, here's a pizza party. Thank you guys for all the money and the profits. For the shareholders, enjoy your pepperoni. Save some for the night shift. Okay, don't eat them all. Even though we got them sitting out there for the night shift as well. Now, Americans, we want more than that. And we refuse to be treated like second class. But see, if Elon Musk has his way, if he has his way, he will take those jobs in Silicon Valley over there and bring in people to work on a visa instead of giving it to an American college student with a degree. See, those are good paying jobs, but do you really have a better way of life? Because I'm going to tell you, a 3-bedroom house in Silicon Valley runs you about $3.5 million. $3.5 million, cousin. And the people who own those houses up there, they're not selling. Why would I? Why would I sell? I got a 3-bedroom house. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to rent each room out to you tech supporters, to you tech people, to all the ones over there in big business in Silicon Valley. And I'm going to charge you $3,000, $4,000 per room per month. That means that you're going to have roommates. That means if you can't afford that, you're going to have to split that $4,000. And 2 people in a room and bunk together. It's like a college dorm, these houses. So if I can get 3 people to pay me $4,000 a month, and I take that $12,000 a month by 12 months out the year, I'm not selling my house, so it's hard to buy. Are you really enjoying a work-life balance? See, in leadership development, we know that a rested mind is a healthy mind and a more productive worker. You're going to put them under the screws and turn it. Why? Because they got to send money home. They got to pay the cost of living in Northern California, which is very expensive, and send that money home too. So by equation, they're not living any better than a gas station attendant that's working over there at Chevron, or someone who may be doing night shift security over at Costco. That is the plan. And in the words of one of my favorite poets, Andre 3000 from the group Outkast, Andre 3000 once said, shoot, I live by the beat like week to week. You live check to check. You don't move your feet, then I don't eat. So we like neck and neck. That's what it is, neck and neck. Where's Trump? Where is he? How come we have not heard from him? I think, and this is just my humble opinion, they are finding out the differences in the classes. It was never, ever, ever about race. It was never about the border. It was always about the money, cousins. Yeah, it was about the money. You got the rich and you got the poor, and you got the haves and you got the have-nots. And the haves want the have-nots to have a little bit less. I think what Elon Musk and Donald Trump both are finding out is levels to how rich you are. Have you guys ever heard of something, cousins, called new money? New money versus old money. See, that money that Trump and Elon have, that's new money. They are not considered the upper crust and the upper class, and they're not part of the good old boy club. So what they want to do is make sure that we can join them. And if we can't join them, then let's beat them and buy America. Do you think Elon Musk has bought America by financing Donald Trump's presidency? Drop it in the chat. Love to hear from you guys. Drop it in the chat right now. Do you think America was for sale and it got sold? I said in a previous podcast that I feel like it's being puppets and marionettes. But know what? I think even more so that they fooled us all. They made us think as the American people that, okay, we're going to lower gas prices. We're going to lower grocery prices. We're going to take some of these things that are skyrocketing and we're going to lower their prices. No, they're not. No, they're not. They don't want the playing field to ever be equal, to be even. They want it the way that it is so that that new money can compete with the old money. So all you're going to have is the rich and the poor. What happens to the middle class? What happens? It disappears. The middle class disappears. And if we get a livable wage, and if we are able to come to an agreement, us as one people, one nation, they know all we got to do is stand up. All we got to do is stand up. Yes, I'd rather die on my feet than to live on my knees. They don't want it that way. Why? It ain't no fun when the rabbit got a gun. Yes, winning. It ain't no fun. Fishing is no fun, you guys. Fishing is no fun if the fish got a human pole. You sitting out there with a fishing pole. It's relaxing, right? What if the fish had a human pole and could put a hook in your mouth and snap you into that ocean? Make fishing a whole lot different, doesn't it? We are standing at the threshold of something that is a becoming. And you're going to have to make yourself the most important person to you. Because I know for a fact what could happen. Because they see, when we start listening and reading between the lines, I'm talking directly to everyone who voted MAGA. What did your vote count for? What did you get for your vote? I have a funny feeling that your vote was taken from you, and now, as a result, you're being thrown right into the classism. It wasn't about the issues that you listened to. No, it's about the rich and the poor. That's what it's about. It's about the money. Are you rich? Do you think you are? What do you consider as rich? Because you have a mortgage and a car note and you got a job and that is being with a taxable wage? Do you have a career, or do you also have a side hustle? that they're going to get that on the back end anyway with goods and services. That's not rich. No, even those who are millionaires are no longer considered as rich. Because what's once yours can very easily be someone else's. It's just like that movie, Other People's Money. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. Other people's money. That's how they make it. So if you are a person who is living in an impoverished area, a poor area, an area is clean, but it's just not a lot of finances there, and you voted against your own interests. Oh, woe to the inhabitants. Woe to the inhabitants. Latino men, can I speak to you? Can I speak to you and actually hear me out? Because I'm not going to mix words with you. No, I'm not. They're talking about concentration camps. Yeah, they're talking about rounding people up and getting them the hell out of here. Trump is talking concentration camps. Elon is talking bringing immigrants over, but the right kind. Are you the right kind? And who determines that? Who determines your worth? What matters the most here on this New Year's Eve 2024? What matters most to you? Is it your family? Is it? Do you put your family first? Did you put your family ahead of politics? We just came out the holiday seasons and we're about to wrap it up. How many arguments were at the Christmas table, the Thanksgiving table? How many arguments happen over politics? Can politics split a family? So maybe your family wasn't number one. What else? Because I'm going to tell you, if it's not your health, then we are all doomed. There's an old saying, you better make time for your health, or your sickness will take all your time away. Big Pharma, the pharmaceutical companies, in cahoots with everybody else that is involved in the medical industry. Copay is going up. Insurance, what they cover is going down. Out of market. Price markups for pills. You want to live healthy, but man, damn, that dollar menu is so easy, isn't it, cousins? Have you tried to go to Whole Foods and just buy a grocery basket full of natural, healthy food? My goodness. Couple little bags, you're already $200 in. It is cheaper to eat unhealthy, junk food, full of additives, food coloring. Why is that? Why is it cheaper to eat unhealthy? Because the plan was never for us to live this long. That's why they want to go after Social Security. They want it, not knowing that we paid into that. It's not something that for the government to be trifling with. That is the money of the American people. You took it. Nobody asks to pay any taxes. No, you take taxes. People don't pay taxes. You come and get that before we see our check, direct deposit, what have you. So if your health is number one, what are you going to do in 2025? Third thing that I say, and this is very, very important, is it community? Is it the nation? Is it the betterment of America? You say you want to make America great again. How? How will you do that when the powers that be are telling you, hey, we are going to funnel this money up, and as Ronald Reagan used to say, some of it will trickle down. I want to make more money. That's why I'm going to vote MAGA and vote for Trump. We shall see. Because the way that they're talking now, they could care less about the food, about the health, about family, about community. They're sounding to me, like Maria Antoinette. People starving in the streets? Oh, well, let them eat cake. Let them eat cake. Well, you know what happened to her. And if you don't, Google it. Google Maria Antoinette. Because see, the rich has a plan, but they're also afraid. They're also afraid of an uprising. Oh my goodness, what are you talking about, man? You're talking about anger. You're talking about violence. Is it violent for a sheep to say, I don't want the wolf to eat me anymore? I'm tired of the wolf eating me. And the next time that wolf comes with his teeth baring and saliva dripping from his fangs, I'm going to punch him right in the nose. Sheep, you can't say that. You can't say that, sheep. That's violent. No, it's survival. Because see, we have waited a long time. We have waited for progress to happen for a long, long time. Well, just wait a little bit more, people. Come on, cousins, can you wait a little bit more? Well, you done took all my time. You done took my wife's time. Took my brother and sister's time. Aunts and uncles took their time. Mother and father, my grandfather and my grandmother took their time too. Ancestors took all of their time. How much time should I give you for this progress? Now you want my children's time, don't you? You want my grandchildren, my offspring, my legacy to give you more time to do what? More money, more money, more money, more money. Keep stacking while the have-nots continue to have less and less and less. And all we got to do is stand up. See, they want us to be like that sheep that loves being devoured by the wolf. They want us to stay asleep. Why do you think it was such a big attack on the single word woke? Why was woke under attack? What's the opposite of it, cousins? What's the opposite of woke? They call it the American dream for a reason. You got to be asleep. No, they don't want you to wake up. They want you to be like sheep going through the sheep gate. Walk yourself to the slaughter. Give us your time. Give us your lifetime. Walk, sheep, through the sheep gate. Well, I say do not go gentle into that good night. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rise, rage against the dying of the light. Against the dying of the light. We as a people, who are we? Are we separated by Republican and Democrat? Are we separated by quote unquote Democrat cities? Is there really such a thing as a red state or a blue state or states that are going purple? You know what it is? It's the rich and the poor. And the rich are at war with each other. Old money, the five families, the originals, versus that new money. But we'll buy expensive cars and we'll buy homes that we can barely afford, and we'll walk around with these fancy clothes on that got names of other rich people on it and be a walking billboard for people. I mean, those are family names when you're walking around with Louis and Gucci and Tom Ford and Donna Karan. You're just a billboard for someone else. What that is, those are family names. They are building their legacy, and even they are not part of the old money. I'm talking about the blue bloods. You know the ones that I'm talking about. The unseen. If they are at war and the poor are the prize, what happens to the middle class? What happens? If we don't make ourselves important, if we don't tell ourselves we are what matters most, not your pockets. Because here's the big news. We got the same amount of money they got. But it's just not in deep pockets. It's in a bunch of shallow little pockets. But you put us all together. And we rival. And we upset and overturn that apple cart. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the poor whites. I'm talking about the blacks. I'm talking about the Hispanic men too. I'm talking about the Asian community. I'm talking about the Native American and indigenous people. The Middle Easterns over here who are working hard, and the Pacific Islanders. You put us all together and we all stand up. And all of a sudden, yes, fishing ain't so fun no more, is it? Now that the fish got a human hook. We have to understand that it was never, ever about the border. It wasn't about race. It wasn't even about gasoline prices. It was about how can we as rich billionaires compete. And I'm going to tell you, somebody done paid somebody off. Because America's feeling like we're on the cusp of a becoming, like we're standing right there at the threshold of a brand new day. 2025, FA-FO. Look it up and come back and holler at me. Something is a ride that is going on. But something is also good news that I'm going to tell you right now. The good news is that we do not have to take it. Do not go gently into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light. Yeah, don't smile all the way to the slaughterhouse. How much more time should we give them for this progress? I say, ladies and gentlemen, as here on this podcast, this is a word to the wise. That's what this podcast is. A word to the wise. Find me right here on YouTube at The T Patrick and check out the full episodes. Find me on TikTok as well as Poet the Prophet. I don't claim to be a prophet by any stretch of the imagination. I didn't give myself that name. Other people have. I've been called poet. I've been called prophet. I've been called preacher, pastor. I've been called a lot of things. But one thing that I am not, and that's asleep. Because what is the word to the wise is a caveat. It's a warning shot. Yes, it is like Ripley's Believe It or Not. We're standing at that moment where it's like Isaac got that blade over his son Jacob. Will there be a ram in the bush? Yes, that moment where a hurricane is coming and all of a sudden that wind sucks around and it gets silent. In the vortex, it is too quiet right now. Yeah, this absence of howling wind is what this New Year's Eve is. But I got good news for you, cousins. Oh, I got good news for you. We shall overcome. And we're going to do it right here on Word to the Wise every single Wednesday. You drop by and keep coming by and keep checking in with me on TikTok Live and keep tuning in to these broadcasts. And I know it's a jungle out there. Just keep swinging like Tarzan. Yeah, so Cousin Terry over here, Word to the Wise, I got your back like vertebrae. Yeah, now once again, I feel like we made a kindred spirit. I feel like we go way back. Like fat crayons and Hot Wheel tracks, baby. Like droopy diapers and Similac. Yes, and I'm here and I'm giving it to you how you should get it. And I thank you. And I appreciate you. And Happy New Year to everybody. There is still also love in this world. It is. And if ain't nobody told you today, I'm going to tell you what. I love you.
podcast and you really like the podcast.
Come on, be serious.
And you really like my podcast. Like and subscribe.
Take care, you guys. Love, peace, and hot catfish grease.